Hello, welcome. Hey, my name is Kenny. I'm the Crestwood student minister.
And my name is Sarah, and I'm the Student Ministry Associate here at Crestwood.
This is a quick video for you as parents that if you're missed the parent meeting on Sunday, but still need to get all the information you need to send your student to camp, this is the right video for you. And so we'll be sending it out and hope that it gives you all the information you need, and you can reach out with questions afterward as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So glad that your student is coming to middle school camp with us. It is seriously probably my favorite camp. I love what God gets to do every year at camp, and then just to see students build relationships, make friends with students, leaders across the board. It is a great 4 days. Love it so much, and so can't wait for your student to be a part of it this year. So introductions, like we said, I'm the student ministry leader. Kenny and Sarah is on our team.
Yep, that's all you need to know.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, so a little bit about just our mission for camp and why we believe in it, why our church believes in it, is because our mission is to connect people to Jesus and one another. So camp's a great way to do that in a long amount of time. It's more time than we actually get to spend with students throughout the entire school year combined. So we just believe in the importance of it. We've seen students' lives change. We've seen community grow, connection with leaders. It's just a really special time. So yeah, that's our main mission, and it also connects into our mission for the rest of the school year. But camp is a great launching point for your student for that.
So I want to talk through the full span of student care, how we're going to make sure that we'll be taking care of your student while at camp. One, we're going to have cleared leaders. These are people who we know or other people in our church know that are part of our church, who have done all the necessary clearances from things like background checks, volunteer applications, to a thing we call ministry safe, which is like how to keep the students you're watching safe. So all sorts of that, all these leaders have done. And we have about, I think, a 5-to-1 or 6-to-1 ratio, meaning for every 5 or 6 students, there's one leader, a really healthy ratio that we're excited for and proud of. And we also ask our leaders do the 2x2 rule, basically meaning don't ever be alone with the student. Make sure that you're in the eyesight of other people. So that's cleared leaders. Next is our security team, which is we have Southeast staff members on our security team that are going to be at camp, making sure to watch like things like perimeters and making sure that every student is going to the right place at the right time. So they're very good at what they do. Incredible team that's going to be at camp. And then care team. So if any student needs any help, like with counseling or having conversations about some of the stuff that gets brought up at camp, our care team is available for that. They're all Southeast staff members. Next is our Country Lake CLCR team, our Country Lake Christian Retreat team. So there's a bunch of Country Lake staff members they're doing things like meals, watching lake, lifeguards, making sure that dorms are taken care of. So there is a bunch of them are going to be around, making sure that our campground is a safe and fun place for your student.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about before camp, what you need to know to get your student ready for this. So first up is the packing list. I won't read it to you. You can read it behind me. Should have been emailed to you as well. But yeah, definitely multiple clothes for each day just because they'll get sweaty. Please make sure your student packs more than 2 shirts for the whole week. I'm talking to the boys. But yes, just toiletries, things they need. Bedding is a big one. We'll be on bunks and there's a mattress and that's pretty much it. So sheets, blanket, pillow, they'll need all of that and their own towels as well. So make sure to pack those and a beach towel if they're planning on going to the beach also. Yeah, something to highlight too, the snack shack, which is kind of like the concession stand area that's open during activity time and at night. They are cashed. So you might want to send some cash with your student for that. They don't need $100 or anything like that. It's pretty cheap stuff, but if they want some additional snacks, that'll be available for purchase. And then this isn't on here, but the store at the sessions, there's like the t-shirts and the hats and stuff available to buy. They are cashless, so it's a little bit confusing, but if your student wants to purchase something there, we'll have it in an email if he hasn't already sent it. There's a link to the CIYs, the company we partner with to do camp, and they have an online store where you can actually go ahead and purchase an item for your student and they can pick it up at camp. I believe there's also an option you can ship it to your house too, but I know they like to have it at camp and wear the t-shirts and all the fun stuff. So if you want to go ahead and purchase that for your students so they don't have to come with a credit card or anything like that, would recommend doing that, and that'll be in an email coming to you.
Yeah. And then sunscreen, please make sure they have sunscreen. Medicine, make sure that your student, if they need medicine, bring a 4-day supply of medicine in the original container in a baggie to departure. All medicine must be entered online before departure. We'll be sending out a link in emails on how to do that, but make sure that every medicine is entered beforehand. If not, it's a lot more work for you and for us.
And yeah, they don't need over-the-counter medicine. We have a whole med team there. We have a whole nurses station, so anything over-the-counter they don't need to bring. You can log it if they take it regularly, but they don't need to bring that. And they cannot keep any medication with them. We do not allow any medication from students or leaders in the dorm. So if we find that they have something, even if it's an innocent mistake, we have to take it. We have to call you. So help us out. Make sure they turn in everything. Anything medicine at all, we would have to take from them. So just make sure we get that turned in at departure.
And then we have a medical team distributes medicine and gives first aid to students. These are people whose job is in the medical field, nurses, other positions. So great people that can take care of your student.
Yeah, and then for departure, we will be leaving from the Crestwood campus together and taking buses to Country Lake. So doing that a little different this year, we have 2 waves because we have 220 students we're trying to get through this line. So please arrive at your wave time. If you have a boy and a girl student, obviously bring them together. We're not going to turn you away, but try to space that out, help us out so you're not waiting in a long line, probably in the summer heat. So yeah, get there at your wave time. Boys arrive at 3, girls arrive at 3:15. We're planning to depart at 3:45, so we're gonna move fast. We're gonna get everyone in. We have tons of volunteers helping us out. But yeah, help us out by arriving at your scheduled wave time, and we'll get you through the line as soon as possible.
All right, next we're going to talk about at camp. So where we're going to be going to Country Lake Christian Retreat. This is a campground about 30-45 minutes from the Crestwood campus where we have camp every year. It is like terrific facilities all around, from the lake to the dorms to the worship center. It is incredible. They won't feel like they're at a campground. They'll feel like they're at a hotel.
Yes, very nice. So a little more at camp. So our theme for this summer is called In Between, and it's based on the book of Hebrews. And we'll be talking about what does it look like to live in between the time when Jesus was on earth, went to the cross, rose from the dead, went back to heaven, and he's coming back one day. What do we do in that in between time if he is still our high priest and the Lord of our life? So yeah, really cool theme, really great thing for us to talk about and go through. I'm really excited to do this with middle schoolers. I think they're going to get a lot out of it.
Next, you got an email about this maybe a month ago or so, but for the first time, phones and electronic devices will not be allowed at middle school camp across all of our campuses. This is the 2 biggest reasons. This is meant to keep students undistracted and to keep them safe. So any phone or electronic devices that are at camp will be taken. Help partner with us in that and just tell your students beforehand not to bring that. We'll remind them, of course, and be looking out for it and reminding you guys at departure. But please just try to help us in that and make sure that they're aware. I'm really excited for it. I think it's really going to help students that are used to just being on a phone really connect with the people around them and get the most out of camp. And then 2, there hasn't been any safety things in the past, but we always want to watch out for it. And so we're just being proactive to say, hey, let's just watch out and help keep students safe by not having technology. And so that is what's going to happen. We're going to get to this later, but we are going to have an emergency contact for you to reach out to. Going to be very available to you at any point if there is something that you need to get in touch with your student about, anything like that. And then I'll add on this, bring a disposable camera. If your students want to take pictures, just give them a disposable camera and they're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
And their small group leaders will have phones as well, so they can take pictures and send them later.
Yes.
But yeah, this is phones, games, like gaming devices, headphones, which can connect to anything anyway. So that would be silly. Apple Watches, anything like that. We will have to take it if we see that at camp. So help us out with that and don't let your student pack it.
And if you want them to have a watch so that they can check what time it is and know when their activities are, things like that, just make sure it's not an Apple Watch or anything that or if there's other watches that they can text on. But if it's a watch that, just a normal face watch, they would love for them to have that if needed.
So this is kind of what a typical day at camp looks like. We'll have 2 sessions, one in the morning, one at night. We'll have small groups after each session, and that's kind of the time, the sessions where we'll have worship, we'll have teaching, lots of fun videos and games, and then they'll go to their small group and get to talk on a deeper level about what they're learning about and just what's going on in their life and what we talked about in the session. They'll have, breakfast, lunch, and dinner they can eat with their group and with our campus, and those are really sweet times. We have activity time, which Kenny will talk about more in just a second, and then every night we'll have what we call an outer realm game, where I don't even know what they are this year, but they're always huge.
Crazy.
I think last year was a giant inflatable dinosaur. There's always something cool, and it's just a time for them to run around and get some energy out before bed. And then they'll have some time in the dorms to change after activity time, and then at night to get ready for bed.
A couple of activities is after Adventure Zone activities, which you had the option to sign your student up for. I've been asked if students can still get signed up for that. And unfortunately, with us being so close to camp, you can't add those now. But there's a bunch of great other things to do. The pool, the lake, which is where I am all the free time every single day. And then the snack shack area, which, like we said, they can buy different snacks. There's basketball courts, soccer fields, gaga ball, all sorts, 9 square, all sorts of things happening in the snack shack area alongside the lake and the pool. So plenty of options, one of the best parts of the day.
Pickup, we will be getting back on that Sunday night around 9:30 to 10 p.m. We'll send out a text to whoever the parent was that registered the student that night to let you know of our ETA, but plan for 9:30 to 10 p.m. On July 27th. And then, we'll get off the buses. You can help your student grab their luggage, any extra medication, which there shouldn't be a lot because you should only bring enough for that time we're gone. Then you just pick up your student and we'll send you on your way.
Next, I want to talk about the rules of camp. I have never, in 4 or 5 years of doing middle school camp, sent a student home, but absolutely want to make sure that you know the rules, and if you would help your student know the rules before they go. So first rule is be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. And how that rule plays out is we want them to not leave Country Lake. If they purposefully, which you can really only do it purposefully, if they try to leave Country Lake, they will get sent home for that. No leaving dorms after curfew. If students do try to do that, we'll call you and they'll have to go home. And then last one, no guys in girl dorms, no girls in guy dorms. And so it's very clear which dorms are which. You should only be in your dorm. And so those are the rule, the kind of how that rule plays out. But we're asking for them to be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. And it's pretty easy. Like when everyone goes to worship center, you need to know you're going to the worship center. And so we have a great team, make sure they're doing that, but that's a big rule. Rule number 2, respect the people, how this rule plays out. No fighting or bullying, respect authority of staff or leaders, and then no weapons, alcohol, vapes, or drugs. So when it comes to that, help your students pack your bags, pack their bags when they leave for camp. And fighting or bullying or respecting authority of staff reaches a place where we need to call home, we would. but just say, hey, this is some things you need to do, respect the people around you. Last rule number 3, respect the place. No destroying property of Country Lake, and not just like accidental, but like purposefully trying to do that. That could potentially get students sent home, but we're just asking them to do that. And so what we ask is, like, if we experience issues with these rules being broken, we'll call you and maybe talk about next steps. Again, never do that. I've never sent a kid home in the past, but I always want to make sure that you know all the rules and our expectations of our students. Which I don't know if this is a slide, but yeah, just let our just say, like, these are our expectations. If you have expectations of your students, let them know beforehand, so that they can make sure that they're behaving in a way at camp that you expect and that we expect.
Yeah, and then one more rule and expectation we have, both as a church and Country Lake has rules on this, is dress code. So again, ask you to help us out with this, help your student pack, help them know just what's appropriate to wear. We kind of summarize it as we ask for both guys and girls the 3 B's to be covered. So that's bust, belly, and bottom. So just, making sure the shorts are long enough, the shirts are long enough and high enough. For guys, the cut off t-shirts, or guys can't walk around without a shirt on. So yeah, we will address that with your student if they're not dressed appropriately, either us or their small group leader. So help us save them that awkward conversation. Just make sure that they're packing appropriately. And then swimsuits as well. Again, guys can only wear swimsuits when they're at the lake and the pool. They can't walk around without a shirt other than that. And then for girls, stomach has to be covered. So either a one piece or the long tankini, or they'll need to wear a t-shirt when they swim, which they never like. So help us out with the one piece swimsuit. Just make sure everything's all covered.
Next, emergency contact. So this is my cell phone number and Sarah's cell phone number. This is, again, please, just for emergencies. We will be really quick to answer any text or probably a phone call that you give us, but please make sure it's only for emergencies. Here are some things that aren't emergencies. My student didn't end up in the right dorm. My student, how did my student eat at dinner? Is my student having fun? Those sorts of things, like, we're just, if we get those, we're not going to answer them, 1. But 2, those can distract us from all the different tasks that we have at camp. So we're giving you our cell phone numbers. That's a big deal. Please respect that. Use them wisely for only emergencies, and just so that we can make sure that we're giving the attention to students and parents that need it. But those are our cell phone numbers. And so if there is an emergency at camp, especially with your students not having phones, give us a call, or maybe send us a text, and we will get back to you as quickly as possible for any emergency.
Yeah, and trust us that no news is good news. So if we promise that there is an issue, we will call you immediately. We will let you know. If a student is really struggling and needs to call home, absolutely, we'll let them use our phone and call you. But yeah, trust us that no news is good news. 99.9% of students, when they get to camp, any anxiety is just okay, this is fine, this will be fun. So yeah, help us give them that space to just enjoy camp, and yeah, it'll be a great time to disconnect from the world a little bit. So yeah, now a little bit about after camp, some ways your student can help get connected. Do you want to talk about this?
Baptism Sunday is going to be August 3rd. At 11:15 in the adult service at the Crestwood campus. And so it's a great service that we've done last 2 years, where we're going to be asking, if your student made a decision to follow Jesus and get baptized, that they're going to do the baptism hopefully this Sunday at the 11:15 service. So they can do it all together, invite family and friends, whoever wants to be there to the service. But 11:15 Sunday, August 3rd, which is the Sunday after we get home the next Sunday. And so really excited for it. Hope you're there as a family, whether your student is getting baptized or not. Next is MSM relaunches August 17th. So we meet every Sunday at 11:15 in the Crestwood student room. at our campus, and we'd love for your student to be a part of what our middle school ministry does on a weekly basis. I love camp, but camp is only 4 days. I always ask parents, hey, what about the other 361 days? Well, that's where middle school ministry comes into play. We have worship groups every week. We'd love for your student to be part of our MSM family if they're not already. And to get connected, just text MSM to 733-733. You can get all of our communications as a parent. And you can also follow our Instagram at cw.students. Great way to also keep up with what our ministry is doing. Awesome.
Well, that's what we have for you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sending your kid to camp and trusting us with your student. We're super excited for how God's just going to move in their life over these short few days, but we're looking forward to it. So reach out to us if you have any other questions. We will do our best to help you figure out an answer. And yeah, we'll see you next Thursday.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.